Saikal, who's a professor in Middle Eastern Studies at the Australian National University. He joins me kindly from Canberra in Australia. Welcome to you, sir. Would you agree with that assessment? Do you think that the truce is likely to hold?
Well, I think it's become sort of catch-22. You know, on the one hand, Israel has remained occupied or continue to occupy certain villages in southern Lebanon. And on the other hand, Hezbollah have not been able to withdraw all its forces north of the Litani River. And the Lebanese forces have not been able to move in and replace the Israelis where they have occupied. So this is a recipe for the continuation of tension and the conflict. And of course, Israel also controls the air and is able to carry out the aerial attacks with a great deal of immunity.
The other day, there was an incident where, as I understand it, it was civilians who were just attempting to go back to their homes that they'd evacuated because they thought that the conflict was over now. They thought it was safe. They thought that that was the day to go back. And according to reports, the Israeli troops just shot them down. How does that go unpunished?
Well, I mean, there is no way that Israel will be punished for that, because Israel simply claims that these people pose a threat to Israel's security, and therefore Israel has the right to defend itself. And that is, of course, the formula that Israel has used all along. I think the Israeli position is that it should remain an occupying force in southern Lebanon for as long as possible, because they also want to really secure the position of their own people coming to northern Israel. And they say that as long as there is any threat from Hezbollah and also those civilians who are going to move into occupied areas, then the Israeli citizens will not be able to go to northern Israel. So it's a sort of a stalemate situation, but at the same time, incredibly dangerous.
There seems to be reluctance from both sides. Do you think we will see both Hezbollah withdrawing to where they said they would be on the other side of the Litani, and will we see Israel withdraw its military from southern Lebanon? Do you think both sides will actually do what they agreed to?
Well, I mean, under the terms of the ceasefire agreements, I mean, all sides would have to sort of withdraw from the areas that they were in place before the ceasefire came into existence. But it looks like that there is so much distrust between the warring parties that neither side is really prepared to go 1 inch further beyond that level of distrust in order to make this ceasefire really work, and also bring peace and stability to southern Lebanon, which is extremely important for Lebanese, as well as, of course, for the Israelis, because then their citizens could return to northern parts of Israel.
Amin, thank you so much for your time. My guest, Amin Saikal from the Australian National University there.